season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First down. Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. And his first look is incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Now it's Burrow. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Give him 4 on the carry there and second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll buy some time right.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. but he chose team gain over personal protection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Burrow. They'll roll him out right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, they picked up the first down. but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
It wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They go play action with Burrow. Buying time to his left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Higgins. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone. Made sure.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, number 6 overall. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's a give to Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. The connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Done. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Touchdown! T. Higgins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 110 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run with Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 31. 149 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Room to run past midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. They complete it to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. 159 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow from his own end zone. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Higgins. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the shotgun, Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards the pick up there. 3 yards remain for second down. Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. To throw, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Touchdown, Bengals. Kadarius Toney hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved down from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll start the drive with Harris. Runs over it.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they will take a knee here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.